ever since being an OnlyFans creator, my sex life is like,
When people tell me like 没有人要嫁给你 I think I'm very thankful that my family members are very supportive of me. But of course, then extended family different lah. Introduce yourselves to each other. Name and age and what are you currently doing?
Hi, I'm Sakura. I'm a DJ and an OnlyFans content creator.
I'm Tammy. I am an OnlyFans creator as well.
I'm Chanel Yui and I'm also an OnlyFans creator.
Why did you choose to become an OnlyFans creator?
Doing influencer stuff for damn freaking long lah. I think like a
Yes.
decade. But like I think COVID hit and then I was running businesses and when you run business, right, like you keep expanding and I overexpanded and then COVID happened. I lost all my money, lost all my savings, and then how do I get that money the fastest way? OnlyFans.
I quit my previous job. I was roaming around like a bit lost for a while. But then my friend here told me that like since you're already doing like photo shoots, sexy photo shoots, why not you turn it into money? Then I was like, okay, since I was looking for more sources of income, so I tried it out.
I think for me, it was during COVID. So because all the clubs in Singapore closed down, so we have practically no source of income. So that's when I started doing OnlyFans.
Is OnlyFans your main income?
Right now, I think it's the biggest pie of my income. I have like streaming and paid shoots and things like that also, but I think OnlyFans is the biggest chunk.
I think it's the same for me too. Like it's the main income now. Like although I'm back to doing events like DJing or just like cosplay things at the side.
Yeah, for me it's my main income right now. Everyone thinks being an OnlyFans creator is damn easy, but like I really don't have any time for anything. Like it's all like like OnlyFans, so it's like full time. So yes, this is my main income as well.
I think like you have to put in a lot of time to create content, let's say from your Instagram or your Twitter to divert the audience to OnlyFans. So that takes up a lot of time and to like really figure out what kind of content people like to cater to them.
Yeah, people think doing OnlyFans, right? You just post on your feed, you post some scantily dressed stuff on your feed and everything, but it's so much more than that. Like you have to market yourself outside of OnlyFans as well, because OnlyFans does not have like an explore page. So you have to be recognized on other platforms to be able to drive traffic to your OnlyFans. So working on so many different platforms is actually super time consuming, and this is something that people don't understand. They don't understand that you have to build yourself somewhere in order to be a successful OnlyFans creator.
Yeah. How much can you potentially earn from OnlyFans?
I would say now I'm doing better. Like I won't be too comfortable to share into details, but it's a lot better now compared to when I first started. But maybe when I first started, it's just a few K a month. Like even if you put in a lot of effort, because you have to grow, you really have to grow the whole social media.
You can make a lot of money if you are already well known. I wouldn't say I'm popular, okay, but I'm known in Singapore, so I had that head start, so it's quite a substantial amount. Like I said, I started it because I have a 6-figure debt. I'm almost done clearing it in a year. Yeah.
I think for now it's become like more of a livable kind of wage already. Yeah, so I'm quite happy for that. Yeah, but of course, potentially, then it can escalate or it can everything drop in one night. Yeah.
I think that's the scary part because it's not like a fixed job. How did your family and friends feel about you being an OnlyFans creator?
I think I'm very thankful that my family members are very supportive of me and they are quite open-minded. Then I mean, we will still talk about it among our friends and stuff, and then poke fun at each other kind of thing. But of course, then extended family different.
Yeah,
auntie, uncle, or whatever, typical risk-adverse Singaporean, close-minded. Then they will give a lot of criticism.
they were shocked because I've always been like an entrepreneur. Pretty successful actually. Yeah, I was very proud of it. I felt like, wow, I achieved so much at this age. And then, all my friends were like, wow, you have built yourself to this level as like an entrepreneur. And then why do something like that? something so, I don't want to say that word, but like,
Yeah.
you guys know, right?
Mm.
So why do you want to like sell your body and all, you know? Like money can earn back. But think about it lah. I took 10 years to save that money. There's no other way I can get that money back. The amount of money I lost was so much that I think a lot of them ended up being encouraging. Like stressing about money is something so common in Singapore, and everything in Singapore is like so expensive, right? For a lot of them, they also understand that. And like, you know, if I can get my debt settled ASAP, I would be in a much better position and I'll be happier. And they all want to see me happy as well. Only those people who do not know me and do not know my circumstances would judge. But I'm really doing it because, you know, family. Yeah, and I just want to get rid of that debt so much.
My close friends are very supportive, like, but I come from a very traditional family, so my mom is very angry at the start. It took her like a very long time for her to accept, like, okay, this is what I choose. Extended family, like my younger cousins, all these, they're really sweet. Like, they are supportive. They'll be like, live your life. But like the older one, I think they talk a lot.
Yeah.
Like the normal Singaporeans in my age range are all like getting married. I think people to question me a lot, like when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get
Yeah.
married? Like nobody's gonna marry you.
Mm-hmm.
These are like most of the negative comments I got from like people who I'm not very close with.
Will you allow your children to do OnlyFans?
Previously, I was an educator. Right? I feel that like everything can be taught well. Like no matter what job it is, like if you educate the child properly on like what is the right thing to do, what are the pros, what are the cons, like whether they can accept. Then if they want to try, they should be able to try it out because you're living your own life, right? And you don't dare to do so many things. Then in the end, your scope is only like that. Imagine you live to 80 years old and you only do this tiny amount of things, then it's not worth. I mean, if my kid wants to try out all these things, I will teach them like, you know, what is the correct ways, what is the pros, what is the cons, and then let them try.
Same for me. Like I'll tell them what are the pros and cons and what to expect out of this because it's something I've already been doing for so long. Like if they want to try, they should try.
Okay, honestly, okay, so I have kids myself, and everyone asks me this question. And unlike you guys, right, I would say I prefer them not to do OnlyFans. For me, the reason why I chose OnlyFans, it was really because I already started a lot of businesses in different industries, learned everything in these 5 different industries, and then realized that, like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm not making money here. It's not working out. So OnlyFans was kind of like the last resort for me. But given a choice, I wouldn't suggest for my kids to do OnlyFans. I would say try everything else first. The thing I learned about OnlyFans is that when you start OnlyFans, people are going to scrutinize you and you're going to lose a lot of opportunities that you could potentially get without being like labeled as a creator. Yeah, but if they want to, I'll teach them lah what I learned from the industry. Do you think female creators have it easier than male creators or vice versa?
I actually don't think so. Like I think the level of difficulty after you weigh the pros and cons, is about the same. Because like for female creators, sure, there is bigger market. Obviously, more men want to see women, get sexy, but the market is so saturated as well. Like it's very difficult for you to be successful. In society is in general much more harsher on women than they are on men. I would say the beauty standards are about the same.
I think maybe like for females, the pros they get is that there are a lot more creators, for them to collab. But for male, like there's only this amount of creator. Like let's say in our country or out there.
There's a huge stigma in like having gay content versus lesbian content. A lot more people are more accepting of lesbian stuff. Even the males themselves feel ashamed to like step into that zone of creating gay content.
It's like a culture.
Honestly speaking, from my... Okay, I really disagree with you both though. Okay, so men are creatures of lust. They like to look at pornography and everything. They want to buy stuff. They are willing to pay for it. They are more horny. Whereas girls, we are more emotional when it comes to like sex and everything. Porn doesn't really turn us on the way porn turns men on. So there will be lesser customers for the male creators, how many girls are willing to pay for porn? Because that you know, wow,
really spend on that. I really spend on
Especially for gay
at
content.
the yatang, you know, that kind. Like,
Yes.
yeah, like like in real life, I get it because we just want like that intimacy, we want like that touch, we want that sayang, you know. But if it's watching it, I don't get turned on looking at a man wank.
What is the dark side about being an OnlyFans creator that people don't know about?
honestly,
Yeah, what is the bad?
the
bad
backlash
part?
or like sometimes I cry. You thinking about like if you put in enough content or like if your content is creative or good enough to churn out that income every month because it's a freelance thing. Like, are you locking down enough content? Are you making enough? Are you doing enough? I think that's one aspect, and the other one is the backlash. When people tell me like 没有人要嫁给你，为什么你做音乐跟 OnlyFans like this both job is getting you nowhere, you know, like this kind of comment. So I think it really get to me sometime in the middle of the night.
For me, the dark side would be, of course, you know, just walking out and then, you know, that judgment from people. It really brings down your self-esteem, your self-confidence. But, you know, as a creator, you have to be self-confident, you have to be confident in front of the camera and everything, right? But on the other hand, on a day-to-day basis, when we have all these people judging you, your self-confidence go down. So it's like I need to in front of the camera be like so freaking confident. And then you know when I go out I feel so like I just want to walk. I just don't want to see anybody. I just don't want to see anybody. And the other part that people don't know is that they think that we have a lot of sex. They think that we are so desperate for money that they can just pay us and use us. It's such a misconception. It really is because fun fact, I had more sex before being an OnlyFans creator. Ever since being an OnlyFans creator, my sex life is like,
Because it feels like work, is it?
it's like, yes, I do not enjoy it as much as I did before. I love sex. I freaking love sex, okay? But since starting OnlyFans, that love, I still love it, but it's not as intense as before. And
I understand her because like last time when I watch porn, like it's enjoying yourself. But now when you watch, you're like, oh, this angle, that angle, like,
and you start to like
the face
take,
expression.
yes, you learn tips from there and like what they're doing and how they're filming this, and it becomes like work. You don't truly go into the moment. And then you know sometimes when I'm like say having sex, I'm like, I think can take a tripod now. You know,
You'll go into work mode, is it?
yeah, so everything feels like work. Would you give up being an OnlyFans creator if your child asks you to? I would explain to them why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not exactly proud of it. Honestly, if given a choice, I would stick to my successful job and brand that I built throughout the years, but unfortunately it didn't work out, right? So I had to take this route. Okay, I was in debt. I owed my friends money. I owed family money. I owed bank money. I could have been a really effed up person and just declare bankrupt and not pay all this. But I didn't want to downgrade their lives. I'll explain this to them that, mommy, like you stay in the house where there's a swimming pool and everything. Like, sure, what, right? But if mommy didn't do OnlyFans and then mommy keep owing all these people money, then we cannot travel. If I'm bankrupt, we cannot go overseas anymore. Okay, but like bankruptcy was really something I did consider, but I was like, nah, I'm going to try some other ways. So if they can explain or understand that, I think they can defend themselves. For sure, there'll be people that will make fun of them, like, hey, why your mother do this kind of thing, right? But if they are strong enough, and I hope to, build them to be strong and confident and understand the circumstances, that not everyone is blessed, hopefully they can defend themselves lah. But if they really feel like, they can't defend themselves and they feel very, very bullied and everything, I'll quit it lah. Just to make them happy. It's what parents would do like for their kids, the love that you have for them.
What's the one advice you would give to other OnlyFans creators out there?
Before starting OnlyFans, right? Don't think that starting OnlyFans right away, right, will get you the money.
Of course.
Build your brand on other platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, wherever first. It is not as easy as it is. Your focus should not be just putting out explicit content on your OnlyFans and expecting it to do well.
Of course.
Your priority has to be on your reels, your TikTok, and everything. And that's the biggest advice I can give any new creator. You're not going to get popular just posting explicit content on OnlyFans.
It's very important to be yourself a brand also, because like if you jump into OnlyFans right at the start without like what she say, like not Facebook, maybe like Instagram
Facebook leh.
or Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter, like you're not gonna have a base, and like there are so many people doing explicit content. It's not gonna be worth it. You should really plan your branding out and do it step by step.
I have like known people, friends that are also making R18 content, but they are not doing very well, and they're not in a good place. Like them are like a lot of mental issues, suicidal, can't understand why they can't pick up. And for me, I feel that like instead of, because they tend to worry about, oh, is it I'm not sexy enough. I feel that the advice that I want to give them is that don't worry so much about what the public thinks first. That you have to build your own confidence before all the building branding and content. You have to work on yourself first. That is one big advice that we will give people.
Mental health, girls.
If you are facing mental health issue, go and see a therapist, because it's always easier to have one more person helping you than just working on yourself.